Bob Suiter's Capital Ice Arena. Had a little bit of problem with my microphone to get things underway here, but here we are working at 14 minutes on the clock to get this contest underway. 1 minute less than the last game against Carshield, but we'll take any way we can get it. It's the Chicago Phantoms taking on the home team, Madison Capitals. From the slot, firing the shot is going to be DeNormandy. See, a rebound save for Boyd. Boyd fires one saved by the Capitals goaltender. Your starting lineup for the Chicago Phantoms is going to be Proden, along with DeNormandy and Boyd up front. Blue liners are going to be a little R&R. Rothmeyer and Rich in between the pipes. The Tendy, number 31, Max Bersani. We got a guy who's all the way out here. They're looking for the stretch home run pass. All the way down towards Bersani for the icing. No, he's going to make the save, and we'll get a whistle as the Capitals trying to just send one guy down all the way behind the defenseman for the stretch pass, and it didn't work. So the Phantoms dressed in their home whites, even though they're the road team, so they're going to have white jerseys with white socks. The socks are actually going to be white and purple. Half white, half purple. I believe the boys had their purple jerseys on at first, and they had to switch them to their home whites. So they've got white jerseys along with a double purple banding around the arms, and then an orange and purple band around the waist. Socks are going to be half white and half purple with an orange and then a single purple band just at mid-knee. Shells are going to be purple with a double white and single orange vertical stripe. Helmets are going to be gray, and the gloves are going to be black with purple and orange trim. For the Madison Capitals, the home team here, wearing their red jerseys along with powder blue trim just underneath the glove of Bersani. Swung over here to the near side, try to drag it forward is going to be Nyadik. Knocked loose by Monaco. Monaco tied up there, trying to get out between the legs of that forward there, and blocking it is going to be Cushman down the left wing corner. So the Capitals wearing their red jerseys along with the white and powder blue piping around the armbands, waist, and socks. Shells are going to be red with a double white and single powder blue vertical stripe. Helmets are going to be white. Gloves will be red with the powder blue and white trim. That's an icing. And at 12:05, we're going to bring that one all the way back. Your lineup out there now for Coach Caden's squad. Ronan Clark along with BMAC up front. Gavin Sire going to take your draw. Adam McCray in the slot sandwich between BMAC and Clark, 91 and 19, reversing that one. Max Zayer's your other defenders. He hits the brakes behind Bersani, reversing the ice to the far side for McMurray. Trying to push one out of the zone is BMAC, cut off by Zayer. He puts a body on it, knocks it free. In the right wing half wall, picked up by the Capitals. BMAC giving chase. Now Gavin Sire going to take it down behind the net of Bersani. Right to left here to the near side, Caps controlling. Out to the left point, looks to fire a shot between the legs of Clark. Stick saved by Bersani. Out to the far side for BMAC. BMAC chips one out of the zone into the hands of the Capitals. Trying to go right back to the way, cut off by McMurray. Slams one forward to Gavin. Sire in front of the Cap benches, tried to muscle one in deep. It's cut off by the Capitals into the hands of BMAC, who fires a shot, hits the post, and rebounded here to the near side. Bodied off, going to be bad. BMAC put a shoulder on the forward there and picked up here by Clark. Clark in the right corner curling around. Clark going to work, sends it over to McCray, right side. Adam, he gets a shoulder right, an elbow right in the grill there. Picked up in the right wing corner by Clark. Clark to Gavin Sire, firing a backhand shot right across the blue paint. Sliding out here to the far side. Capitals going to work against BMAC on a back check in front of Max too. High right side going across the blue line. Offside should be the call. He thought about blowing the whistle, and then he changed his mind as that kid was across the blue line by about 3 or 4 feet. He put the whistle up to his mouth, and then he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to call that one, folks. Face-off going to go into the left wing circle. They're playing the Chelsea's Dagger song like the Blackhawks just scored, so that's what I'm used to when I hear that song. But nobody scored on this one. So 11 minutes to go here in period number 1. Face-off to the right of Bersani in the left wing circle. And out there now is going to be Boyd, Lucadello, and Proden, and R&R on D. Capitals going to work, left wing circle, down here to the near side, picked up by the Caps. Centering pass broken up there by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer going to push it out to Proden, who sends one up off of Bob. All the way down, puck is on edge, rolling into the left wing corner. No icing as it gets waved off. Cut off by Boyd, along with Lucadello. Boyd comes down low, along with Lucadello. Nico trying to battle on the defensive side of it. Fished out by the Capitals here. Right to left, then goes back the other side, or right, left to right, now goes right to left. Pushing it up on the far side in front of the benches. Cut off there by Proden, back in the hands of Boyd. Boyd going to carry it in, top of the left circle, going to work in the left wing hash marks. Brielle gets to it. Sends one down behind the goal line. Here to the near side, right wing corner. Coming in is going to be the Phantoms. Lucadello along with Proden, battling it out with Rylan Rich. right in front of the penalty boxes. Benches, as you know, are on the far side. Only separating them is going to be a piece of plexiglass and some foam padding. Gospodar right in front of the camp benches. Here on the near side is going to be your penalty boxes and scoring tables. Down the left wing corner, Max Gospodar left to right, looking for some support in between the legs of Max, picked up by the Caps here to the near side. Cut off by Pasturzi out of the zone into the hands of Monaco, who's going to have to get on his high tail it here, and he sends it over to Cushman. Cushman on the far side, loses it off his stick, going to pick it back up here behind the net, and he's going to cycle it for Monaco. No, hangs on to it. Cush moving, a little deception there from number 45. And he's going to send it back behind the net for the Rock, who's going to dig it out of the boards. And the Caps looking around on their forecheck. Here comes Monaco up the boards. Fans on the breakout pass. Back in the hands of Monaco. Backhands behind the net for Cushman, trying to create some space. The two defensemen having trouble controlling the puck right now. Back in the hands of Normandy. Knocked off the puck by Cushman. Picked back up by the Capitals. Cross-ice pass on the back door. And into the net it went. Over Max Bersani's shoulder. And quite honestly, folks, that was a defensive miscue by both defenders on that one. 9:15 to go here in the period, and the Phantoms find themselves shorthanded, down once again, 1-0, as they can never get on top first. Goal scored by number 9, I believe, for the Capitals. As they head back out to center ice, it'll be Yannick along with Sire and BMAC. Blue liners are going to be McRae and Zaire. Here to the near side. Shot and a save by Bersani. Back in the slot for Max. Firing a shot. Saved by Max. Back in front of the blue paint. Going into the right wing corner. Capitals controlling. Sire giving chase in front of the Zamdors. Chipped over behind the net. Here to the near side. McRae coming away to get it. Down in the corner. McRae looking for support. Trying to drag it forward is going to be Yannick. Yannick finally gets a piece of it and is going to push it forward towards the blue line. Kept in by the Capitals. Blocker save. Punched down by Bersani. Into the hands of Max too. On the far side, coming back behind the net, we picked up here by the Phantoms. Hitting the brakes behind the net is going to be McRae. McRae cuts back here to the near side. That's not McRae, I'm sorry, that's BMAC. McMurray picks it up here along with Sire. It's going to be 2-on-3. Sire goes down. McMurray trying to drag one forward. He does. Finally collapsed down by 3 Capitals. Picked off by Sire. Popped loose by the Capitals. Here they're coming the other way. Poke check free by McMurray. McMurray doing a nice job on that one. Sends it down behind the goal line. Right wing corner behind the net. Picked up by the Capitals. Come out towards Ronan Clark. Over in the hands of Max Zaire. Zaire pushing over here to center. Pushed up towards McRae. McRae going to send one in deep. All the way down behind the goal line it goes. Coming in is going to be Clark along with Boyd. Trapping right and left. Swung out, wrapped around to the far side. Out towards Rothmeyer. Look at the transition as Rothmeyer. Capitals going right face off that. Fires a shot. Glove saved by Bersani. No rebound given at 7:49 to go here in the period. Lineup out there for the Phantoms is going to be Boyd, Rich, and Lucadello in the slot. Ronan Clark on your draw. Rothmeyer right to left behind the net of Bersani here to the near side. Makes a move, a little chip past Lucadello. Sends it forward towards Ronan Clark. Clark up the ice. Got Boyd on his left. Ronan going to carry it in the right side. Fires a shot low. Bad pad rebound. Saved down here in the right wing corner for Lucadello. Lucadello goes get it and picked up as Clark. He's knocked off the puck and goes down. And the Capitals going to send one out of the zone over the stick of Rothmeyer. 2-on-1, right wing circle. Looks to go across. Out towards Rich. Rich ties up. Nice play by Ryland Rich reading the pass. Down in the right wing corner for Brielle Boyd. Boyd right to left underneath the net. Picked up by the Capitals. Going to go back the other way. Try to hit Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer on the far side. Dragged out by the Capitals. Popped loose by Ronan Clark. Clark going to send one out of the zone. That's offsides as it went out of the zone. Picked up here by the Phantoms. Pushed forward by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer to Lucadello. And it's going to trickle inside the Capital zone right in front of us. Pulling it back. Goes cross ice. Ronan Clark on the forecheck now. Coming all the way down. Ronan trying to cut in front of it there. Down towards Proden. Chipped out of the zone. Backing up is Monaco. Monaco poke checks it loose. Picked up by Lucadello. And Lucadello slams it back into the Capital zone. Pushing Lucadello out of the way. There was about 4 or 5 Capitals boys. Monaco was calling for the interference penalty and didn't get it, as Lucadello was trapped in there by the Capitals in front of their bench. 3 red jerseys down below the goal line. Pushed over here to the near side. Caps controlling behind in their right wing corner. Here to the near side. Going cross ice out in front of Cushman. 1-on-1 in front of Monaco. Pop loose in front of Cush. Cush going to take the loose change behind the net. Right in front of the blue paint from Cushman. Here to the near side, out to the left point. Coming in is going to be Normandy. Monaco tips it into the right wing corner. picked up by Proden. Here comes Monaco along the half wall. Popped it loose, picked up by the Capitals. Out to the right point, collected by the Caps. Mohawk and back, cut off by Proden. Proden pushing it out of the zone. It's going to be the Capitals going to work at center ice. DeNormandie got a piece of it to slow it up. 2-on-2 in front of Cushman and Monaco. Fires a shot, blocker save into the right wing corner for the Caps. Coming off is going to be Monaco. Monaco puts a body in it, ties it up. Loose change picked up by the Capitals. Collected by Max Gospodaru, and it's 3-on-3 the other way, but Gospodaru coming with speed, goes around the 2-foot defenders into the left wing corner. Max coming in, hit loose for Proden. Or DeNormandie firing a shot at Max. Rebound here to the near corner for Gospodaru. Gospodaru curls around right, fits up, fires a shot wide right, bouncing out to the far side. Rebound left wing corner for Pasterzi. Pasterzi tried to get the route and smothered and keep kicking it into the corner. It's picked back up by the Caps down below the goal line. Coming in is going to be DeNormandie, swung out here to the near side for the Capitals. Going to be cut off by Pasterzi, and Gospodaru picked up by Zaire at center. Poke check forward towards Cushman. Makes a move. Cushman's going to corral it into the left wing, right wing half wall on the far side. Cush with time and speed. Here he comes, pushing it up the ice. Cushman pushing through 4 guys. Gets it inside the zone. It's still Cushman in the left wing corner now. Cushman coming down low. Tries to grab and block by Gospodaru. Picked off by Max. Max makes a move to the left faceoff dot. Goes to the net. Tries to fire a shot. He goes down back in the left wing corner for Nyadic. Backing up is Pasterzi covering D along with Zaire. Cushman gets on it. Blocked by Cushman in front of Zaire. Far side. Firing a shot, stick save by Bersani on the far side for Pasterzi. Pasterzi goes cross ice for Nyadic. Nyadic with a little bit of speed. Here comes Nyadic, gets angled off and firing a shot wide right off the end boards into the right post. It goes back on the far side, rebound towards Sire. Kept in by Pasterzi. Pasterzi muscling it down the half wall. It's picked off by the Capitals as they go the other way in front of their benches. Gavin Sire gets a piece of it, knocked it loose at center ice off the jersey of the Capitals. Poke check by McRae. Sent by Nyadic to Sire. Sire tried to one-hand it in front of the penalty boxes. Back into Julian's hand. Gavin backhands one towards the Capital player, and it goes right back in the hands of McRae. McRae kicks it loose. Right across the blue line for Zaire. Goes one towards Bersani, who's going to shove it into the left wing corner. One hand for McRae. Pass Sire. Pocked loose by McRae into the front of the blue paint. Coming in is going to be Gavin. He's going to pick up the loose change. Out to Pasterzi, pushing it out at center for the Capitals defender, who's going to come back inside her own zone. D-to-D pass behind the net, ringing around here to the near side. Thrown back, D-to-D the other way. Coming in is BMAC now. Tip pass, Gospodaru, or Nyadic rather, here to the near side. Coming out is Boyd, and pushing it up towards the Phantom line. Here at center is going to be the Capitals, 2-on-4. Makes a move. They're going to push him off the puck, picked up by BMAC. BMAC makes a move around one, coming across, pushing it towards the Capital benches. In comes Boyd. Boyd kicks one up in the air. Pushed forward by Lucadell and McMurray. McMurray back to Nico. Nico shoves it in the left wing corner. Nico going against one. He puts a body on it. Knocked free for Boyd. Boyd. McRae open in the high slot. McMurray fades out to left wing hash marks on the left of the slot. Boyd along with Lucadell still battling out. Boyd wins it on the 2-on-1 battle there. Boyd over to McRae off the stick of the Capitals as she tried to get it out to him. And it's going to be 3-on-2. McRae trying to do it. He does. Gets a good stick by Adam. He gets taken down into the wall. It's going to be 2-on-1 in front of Zaire. Centering pass up front for Bersani. Bersani gets pushed into the net. No call on the goaltender interference. Out to the right faceoff dot. Looks to fire a backhand shot. Shot blocked by McRae. Chipped out to Lucadell. Lucadell over to BMAC. BMAC across center. Going to make a move around the defender. Try to pick his pocket on the offensive side. Here comes Ronan Clark. He tried to one-hand it. Picked up by DeNormandie. He's hip checked off the puck. It's at the feet of Double D. Coming in is going to be Rothmeyer. He sends one in the left wing corner. Here comes BMAC. He tries to tie it up. Making a move around Ryland Ridge. Back checking his DeNormandie. Cross ice on the far side towards Rothmeyer. Clark coming in along with Rothmeyer. Off of Rothmeyer's stick behind Bersani. Here to the near side. Coming in just behind Rich is going to be his Caps. Try to center and pass. Broken up there by Clark. Stick save by Bersani. Back in the corner. Caps players laying on the ice here to the near side. It's going to be Clark up to DeNormandie. DeNormandie to BMAC. BMAC goes and blows a tire. He loses a stick into the left wing corner towards Ronan Clark. Ronan tried to do a body check there. Curling around is Monaco. Monaco up the strong side for Double D. Picked up here by the Caps. Monaco going to take him out to the left wing corner. Monaco going to hang on to him here. He puts a little stop and blocked by DeNormandie. Blocked by Monaco once again. Loose change picked up by Proden. It's Proden and Monaco on the rush in a 2-on-4. Proden goes in. Monaco has the net. Rebound up front. No rebound given. Monaco doesn't like it. Cross-checked him in the back for no reason. I don't blame Farraco for wanting to throw a punch. Face-off goes into the left wing circle. Your lineup out there now is going to be Nyadic, Gospodaru, and Proden up front. Monaco and Cushman on D. Gospodaru wins it back to Proden goes down to one knee. Back over to Gosparo, left wing hash marks. Max going to send it off. The referees get out of the way. Stripes. Behind the net, coming in is Yannick. Looking to go break it out to the far side, right in front of Monaco and Cushman. Gosparo back checking. Mohawking around, sends one into the left wing corner. Off the end boards, collected by Cush. Cush behind the net, left to right. Hits the brakes. Left the puck with it. Cush going to have to get back on a nice recovery by number 45. He's going to send one back behind the net for Monaco. Monaco digs it out of the boards. Monaco out to Proden. Loose change for Gaspadaro. High slot. Poke check by Cush. Knocked loose by Monaco. Poked up in the air by Brissani. Into the hands of Yannick. Yannick over to Gaspadaro. He's going to make a move. He's got him beat. It's 2-on-1. Gaspadaro left, right hash marks. Fires a shot. Rebound from Proden. Stuffed in by Julian Yannick. And that's a Phantoms goal on the rebound. Let's check the replay, folks. And I didn't have the replays turned on. Go figure. It's 1-0, folks. It'll be Julian Yannick tying this game up, assisted by Gaspadaro at 47.8 seconds to go here in period number 1. As we made our way back to center ice. And it's going to be Yannick along with Gaspadaro. Gaspadaro with a step inside of Proden. Once again, we're going to get a whistle as the goaltender smothers it with 35.2 seconds to go here in the period. It'll be Proden, Gaspadaro, and Yannick. Zaire and McRae on D. Rylan Rich making his way out onto the ice. Gaspadaro wins it, collect to Proden. Proden tried to fire one quick. Picked up by Yannick. Yannick fires one, bodied up by Gaspadaro. Julian cuts back, try to send one off the back ref or goaltender. Back in the hands of Julian. Sends over to Gaspadaro. Gaspadaro trying to drag one left corner, back to Julian. Yannick going to work, left wing corner, 20 seconds. Gaspadaro high F3, right in front for Proden. Backhand shot by Max Gaspadaro, and that's going to be a Phantoms goal. Let's check the replay on that one. I know I got that one working. It's going to be Yannick out front, Gaspadaro on the backhand. And at 14.5 seconds to go here in period number 1, the Phantoms are now taking the lead. I think it's the first lead they've had all weekend long. Lineup is still the same. It'll be Rothmeyer and Rich now into the right wing side. It'll be picked up by Jackson Rothmeyer behind the net of Bersani. He hits the brakes and they fly right by. Rothmeyer going to curl around in front of the Zamdors. And that'll be the end of period number 1. So at the end of 1, it's the Chicago Phantoms 2 and the Madison Capitals 1 as we head to the first intermission. This first intermission brought to you by Tomato's Bakery and Subs in Chicago, Illinois on Grand Avenue in May. Tomato's Bakery and Subs. Our bread, your butter. Stop in and see Rosanna. Tell her I said hi, folks. Enjoy the intermission and the second part of our player spotlight, Jackson Rothmeyer. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready for some second period hockey. Your starting lineup for the second period: Gavin Sire, Luca Dello, and Pisturzi. R&R on D. Pisturzi on the back check in front of Rylan Rich. Max Bersani has the net. 14 minutes are on the clock. Rich trying to push one right past the defender of the Capitals. Picked back up by the Caps. Thrown into the left wing corner. Rothmeyer going to have to react down low. Looking to cut back. Rothmeyer going to push him off the puck. Left wing hash marks picked up by Jackson. 3-on-3 the other way. Rothmeyer at his own blue line. Hits Pisturzi. Pisturzi sends one into the corner. All the way down to the Capitals goaltender. Kicked up by the Caps defender. Met by Luca Dello. tied up by Pisturzi. Pisturzi put a cross-check, and he didn't like something that that boy did to him. Here to the near side, it's going to be 4 white jerseys picked up by Pisturzi. We got the puck is gone, and they're still cross-checking each other. Lucadello and the little guy here from the Capitals. Sire covering D right now. Out there is going to be Monaco and Rothmeyer on D. Gavin backing up. Makes a move. Monaco going to push him into the left wing corner. Monaco collects it, sends it over to the far side, intercepted by the Caps. We're going to get a penalty. Interference is going to be on the Caps player. He's got his hands up. The coaching staff from the Capitals don't like it. And the Caps are going to be shorthanded, and the Phantoms are headed to the power play. Number 12 headed to the sin bin for interference at 12:53. Here in period number 2, resulting in a Phantoms power play. Phantoms are working from right to left if you didn't know it, and you're listening on the radio. This power play brought to you by Big Sammy's Hot Dogs. Remember what Big Sammy says, eat more hot dogs. Now serving 2 locations, one in Elk Grove, one in Elgin. Try the mozzarella logs, folks. They're fantastic. Your power play unit out there now is going to be Proden in front of the net. Monaco, the high point, goes over to Zaire. Zaire here left side, fires a shot. No rebound given. Proden coming in for the second look. It's going to be Nyadic along with Gospodaru and Proden up front. Zaire and Monaco on D. 12:40 to go here in the period. I think it's 1:17 remaining on that power play. Gospodaru in your draw. Zaire right behind him in the I formation. Face-off won by the Capitals. Stepping in is going to be Max 2. Sends it into the corner for Nyadic. Nyadic backs to Zaire. Zaire over to Rocco. Rocco fires a one-timer. Tipped by Proden. Rebound in the corner for Gospodaru. Gospodaru gets his pocket picked by the Capitals. They're going to try to break it up the ice. Out of the zone into the hands of Max 2. Max 2 chips on the other way. Picked up here by Nyadic. Golfed out by the Capitals at center ice. Blocked by Monaco. Punched forward by the Capitals. Picked up by Proden. Proden's got a step. Left wing Hesper fires one over the crossbar on the far side. If this was a Bears game, that would have been a good field goal. Rebound out in front of the juicy slot. Thrown out of the zone into the hands of Zaire. Zaire going to pull it back, and the Phantoms are going to regroup on the far side for Nyadic. Nyadic to the outside. Pushed into the wall, right wing hash mark. Coming in is Proden now. Proden down by the Zamdors. 29 seconds to go on that Big Sammy's power play. Nyadic over to Monaco. Monaco bounces out. Over to Gospodaru. High slot. Gospodaru fires one low. Just missing right post. Picked up by Nyadic. Nyadic trying to push it back behind the net. Fights through the body check. 15 seconds to go on that power play. Nyadic mohawks around. Sends it to Monaco. Monaco sends one in the corner for Gospodaru. Gospodaru right wing corner now. 8 seconds to go. Sends it to Monaco. Monaco back to Gospodaru looking for the give and go. Max comes in. Right dot. Try to get it to Monaco. Curling back around. We are even strength. Max top of the right circle. Into the hands of Monaco. Monaco over to Nyadic. Nyadic waits. Patiently fired. Fires one wide left. Rebound out to the far side. We are even strength, folks. Monaco going to have to pull it out of the zone and regroup at center. Sends it right back to Nyadic. Phantoms touch back up. Nyadic blows the tires. He spins it around. Cap stuff at the blue line. We're going to get an offsides as the referee calls it from way back down on the left wing hash marks at 11:02 to go here in the period. And we'll get a face-off just outside the zone, right in front of us. It's going to be BMAC along with Boyd and Ronan Clark up front. Blue liners are going to be R&R. Rich on it, sends it into the right wing corner, all the way down by the hand of the Zamdors, right to left, picked up by the Capitals. Here comes Boyd, thrown off to the far side. Bad bounce off the doors, picked up by BMAC. BMAC stepping up is Clark. Clark poke checked it forward, dragging it, kept still inside the zone. Caps player stepped on the puck and then pushed it forward. Rylan Rich knocked the boy off the puck and took him down. Hook checked loose by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer pushing it at top of the right circle, chips it loose. BMAC coming in. Rothmeyer sends it, forced him to send it behind the net. Over here underneath the net, Rylan Rich going to pick it off. He puts a shoulder into the boy, knocked him off the puck, sent out to the left point, kept him by the Capitals off the end boards, and it's collected by Rothmeyer here to the near side to BMAC. BMAC at center, pushed it out of the zone. It's going to be picked up here by the Caps defender, Brielle Boyd on the forecheck. Boyd going down, D-to-D pass on the far side. Clark coming in. Clark going to stuff it in the right corner by the Zamdors. Going to have to reverse the ice of the Capitals, trying to break it forward. BMAC forced to cut back behind the net. Here comes Ronan Clark off the back of the net. Picked back up by the Capitals. Here they're pushing up the ice. Cutting back. Ronan Clark going to force him to go back behind the net once again. Let him stay back there as far as I'm concerned. Hold it back behind the net. 2 white jerseys below the goal line. Now they wrap around the far side, trying to spread things out. Gavin Gill still going. Clark here to the near side. Pinching up is going to be Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer stuffs it, kept in by the Phantoms. Firing a shot as Rothmeyer stayed by the goaltender, but it was wide left of the net anyway. Picked up by the Caps. Out past BMAC, left wing half wall, pinching in as Rothmeyer. 2-on-1 the other way is what they wanted. Ryland Rich, right hash marks, looks at firing a shot across the slot. Saved by Bersani on the rebound, or on the one-timer. Max with the sliding save at 9:25 to go here in the period. And we'll get a face-off inside the zone to the right of Bersani in the left wing circle. As the Phantoms complete the line change, it'll be DeNormandy and Pisturzi up front with Gavin Sire on your draw. Blue liners are going to be McRae and Zaire. Zaire down in the left wing corner, McRae in the slot. Zaire left to right here to the near side. Time and space, tipped out of the zone by Pisturzi. Puck's going to slide off. He's going to say no ice. He waved it off. Picked up by the Capitals. Trapping right as Normally, left is Gavin Sire. Swung over here to the near side. Touched by the Capitals. Cut off by Gavin Sire behind the net. Picked up by the Caps. They're going to go outside, trying to spread things out. Broken up by Pisturzi. Bouncing puck picked up by Sire. Sire backhands one into the right wing corner. A little Chalmerson pitch into the corner. 9 minutes to go here in the period. Look to break it out right in front of McRae. 3-on-2 the other way in transition. McRae lost his stick. It's 3-on-1 in front of Zaire. Right side high slot. Looks to fire a shot. Saved by Bersani. Rebound here to the near side. Trying to punch it out as Pisturzi. Coming in is Gavin. Gavin back towards the slot. McRae still without a stick. Poke check by Bersani. Back behind the net. Picked up by the Capitals. Out to the left side, firing a shot, saved by Bersani. Picked up here by Gavin. Phantoms need a whistle as we got a defender without a stick. Back behind the net, here comes McRae. McRae in the right wing corner. He's got no stick to ice it. Pisturzi, right wing hash marks, picked up by Max too. Max picking up the ice, it's gonna be a 3-on-2 the other way. Up to Pisturzi. It's Pisturzi and Zaire. Pisturzi fires one low, rebound for Zaire. Zaire was tied up, spun back out of the zone. Cut back behind Gaspararo and Monaco covering D. Here to the near side, Monaco going to cut him off. Bodies it loose into the right wing corner, picked up by the Capitals. Monaco going to force him to go behind the net. Centering pass up front, saved by Bersani. No rebound given. And Bersani, Capitals player trying to stand in front of Bersani. I don't think that'd be a good option for number 13 to stand up in front of 31 for the Phantoms. At 7:56 to go here in the period. The Phantoms complete their line change. It's going to be Prodan, Lucadello, and Gospodaru at center. Blue liner is going to be Monaco and Cushman. Monaco in the slot with Lucadello and Prodan. Cushman on the far side. Gospodaru sends it down low. Cushman and one of the Capitals players get tied up, but Cushman didn't like it none. Monaco bodies the guy off the puck. He puts him into the wall. Coming in on half wall, looking to get Gospodaru. The puck is still tied up there. Trying to drag it out as we Max too. Monaco is tied up, right left wing side, picked up by Cushman. Here comes the Phantoms up the ice. Cush patiently waiting. Hanging on to it is Cushman. Cushman sends over to the far side in front of the Cap benches. Lucadello's got to come back and get it. Up towards Gospodaru. Gospodaru in front of the Phantom benches. He gets his pocket in. Loose change for Lucadello. Lucadello comes in, fires a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Caps players run into their own goaltender out towards Monaco. Backing up is DeRonk and Cushman. Monaco tried to break up the cross-ice pass. Going to go in the left wing corner for Cush. Cush left to right here to the near side, hits the brakes and lets him fly by. Having control issues. Monaco comes in, trying to fire a shot by the Capitals. Shot blocked by Monaco, picked back up by the Caps. Firing another one, shot blocked by Monaco, back into the near side. Coming in is going to be Gospodaru and Cushman. Got one guy on the right post, don't see him down low. It's going to be Gospodaru along with Cushman in the right wing corner. Cush coming down. Phantoms need a line change. Cushman going to take him down. We're going to fire a shot. Monaco blows a tire. On the far side it goes. We're going to get a penalty here on the Phantoms as it's finally touched by Lucadello at 6:35 to go here in the period. And the Phantoms are going to be shorthanded. What did they call him for? I didn't see it. They called him for the hook. Face-off goes down to the left wing circle to the right of Bersani, and this is a penalty kill for the Phantoms. This penalty kill brought to you by Classic Packaging of Northbrook, Illinois. Classic Packaging, you can't have a penalty without a box. Your penalty killers out there now are going to be DeNormandy and Clark. Blue liners are going to be R&R. It's going to be Rothmeyer in front of the slot trying to tie up a player. Out to the left side, Clark coming in, going back over here towards DeNormandy. Letting them play catch it at the blue line. Left wing hash marks. Come down towards Ryland Rich. Try to make a fire shot. Saved by Bersani. Another save by Bersani. And we'll get a whistle as the Caps player falls down in front of Bersani. He was probably upended by Ryland Rich there. At 6:01 to go here in the period. 56 seconds to go on that classic packaging PK. And the Phantoms change up Ronan Clark for Damian Proden. DeNormany on your draw. Rothmeyer and Proden in the slot. Ryland Rich, your other defender. Caps controlling left side. Out towards DeNormany. Throws over left wing hash marks now. Looks to fire a shot. Over here to the near side. Picked up by the Caps right point. Back in the right wing corner. Great play broken up there by Rothmeyer. Back in the hands of the Caps defender. Down in the right wing corner playing strong side. Blocked by Rothmeyer. Back out right point. Coming over towards Proden. Going cross ice towards Ryland Rich. Tiring a shot over the crossbar here to the near side. Picked up by Proden. Back in the corner. Tied up by Proden. Back right point. Goes cross ice. Just past the reaching hands of DeNormany. Cut back out towards Proden. Looks to fire a shot. Saved by Bersani. Directed in the left corner with 18 seconds to go. And DeNormany going to send one down. Slowed up. Puck is on edge. The Phantoms could use the line change. Rothmeyer going in. Monaco comes out. Here comes the Capitals the other way. Thrown away by the Caps all the way down for the icing. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 2 seconds to go on that classic packaging PK. Face-off goes into the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Phantoms. Your lineup out there now is going to be B-Mac along with Boyd and Clark up front. Monaco is your defender. Cushman will probably come right out of the box and onto the ice. Face-off won by the Capitals. That'll do it for the PK. And we're even strength. Trying to split the D is going to be the Capitals. Picked up by B-Mac right in front of the Phantom benches. Boyd heads to the net. B-Mac in his high slot. Collapsed down by 3. B-Mac puts a body at a nice shoulder check there. Not really legal at this stage, but it's okay. We'll take it. They're not calling it. Boyd drops it to Cushman. Cushman off of Boyd skates into the left wing corner. It goes. Monaco going to truck down and get it. He sends a DDD pass to Cush off the boards out towards McMurray. Picked up right point by the Capitals. Firing a shot. Shot blocked by Clark and Boyd. Top of the right circle. Back in the hands of the Capitals. High slot firing a shot. Blocked by Monaco. Back to Boyd. Boyd pushing it out to the left point. Kept in by the Caps. Past Monaco. Down behind the goal line for Cushman. Cushman back up the strong side. Back in the hands of the Capitals. Boyd coming in. Monaco now comes down low and along behind the net. Picked up by Cushman. Monaco goes down. Player from the Capitals goes down. Nobody knows where the puck is. It's finally fished out by Cushman. Cushman hits the brakes. He's got 2 on him. He gets slammed into the wall. Coming in is Boyd. Out here to the near side. It's going to be bodies all over the place. Down towards Boyd. Back behind the net for Cushman. Cushman in the left corner going to send one out to Clark. Kept in by the Capitals. Poke check by Boyd towards the slot. Monaco going to break that up. Tip to Clark. Swatted away by the Caps here to the near side. And the Phantoms need to get this puck out. Push forward by B-Mac. We're going to get offsides and a whistle. And a much-needed line change for the Purple People Eaters. As they make that change right now. 5 in and 5 out. Your lineup out there now for the Phantoms is going to be Nyadic, Gospodaru, and Pasterzi up front. McRae and Zaire on D. Face-off won by the Capitals. Pulling it back. Nyadic picks it off. Nyadic going in. Pasterzi has the net. Nyadic comes in. Send it to Pasterzi. He's tied up in the left wing corner. Nice defensive play by the Capitals. Back behind the net for Nyadic. Nyadic to Gospodaru. Gospodaru fires one off the stick of the defender. High into the glass behind the net. Rebound for the Caps. Blocked by Gospodaru by the Zamdors. On the far side, right wing corner. Loose change from Nyadic. Nyadic tries to jam it in on the wraparound. Stuffed by the Capitals here to the near side. Pass Pasterzi. Backing up is Zaire. 2-on-2 with McRae. One across the Phantom line. Tried to make a move. Zaire knocks it loose by Nyadic. Picked back up by Gospodaru. Poke check forward by Pasterzi. Into the right wing corner for the Capitals. Coming down low. Look, the centering pass tied up by McRae. Back to Max 2. Max sends one in front of the net for Max. It's a Max fest, baby. Maximum speed. All 3 Maxes on the ice at one time. Over to Nyadic. He wraps one around, and the Phantoms looking to go on the forecheck here with Gospodaru. Here to the near side. Max 3. Bodies it in the left wing hash marks. Coming down is going to be Pasterzi, sent behind the net, right wing corner for Nyadic. Defender lost it off his stick. Pasterzi trapping now on the defensive side of it. Caps wrap it around here to the near side, trying to spread the ice out along the half wall. Phantoms go for the line change on the forward end of it. Makes a move around Gospodaru, cut off by Lucadellos, chopped at by Proden, picked back up by the Caps on a loose change at center. Proden going to cut him off. Zaire takes him off the hash marks. Puck is loose in the right wing corner. Nobody going to get it. Here comes McRae. Makes a move around McRae. Gasparo coming in. Centering passes out to nobody into the hands of Proden. Proden with a step. He's got a forward. He's coming at him. Proden tries to make a move at the blue line. Swatted away by the Capitals. Good stick there by the defender. In front of Zayer. Now right wing side. Come down towards McRae. Saved by Bersani. McRae blows a tire. Coming in is Zayer. Centering pass right off the back of the net. Picked up here by the Phantoms. Pushing it up is Proden. Proden sends it to Lucadello on the far side. Passes behind him. Picked up by the Capitals defender. He goes D to D. Here comes Proden on the forecheck. Now they go D to D far side. Gasparro coming in. He backs up. Looks to go cross ice. Trying to hit behind Zayer. They do. 1:43 to go. High slot. Comes across. Shot blocked by Sire. Off the right post here to the near side. McRae pushing it forward. Or so it was going to be Zayer pushing it forward. Shot off the post. Back in the right wing corner. Picked up by Max too. 90 seconds to go here in period number 2. Zayer blows a tire. Proden sends one out of the zone. It's going to be Lucadello with a foot race. Here comes Nico, 123, right hash marks, comes down right down, fires a shot right into the goaltender's chest. No rebound given as Gavin Sire comes in to put pressure on it at 1:18 to go here in period number 2. And we're going to get a whistle and a face-off in the right wing circle in the offensive zone for the Phantoms. Coach Caden goes for the line change. It'll be B-Mac, Sire, and DeNormandy up front. A little R&R on D. DeNormandy going to wrap one off the dasher boards high in the left wing corner. Comes down here to B-Mac. B-Mac one-hands it. Picked up by the Caps. Trying to cut it off. Sire put him off. Picked to B-Mac. B-Mac picks it up. Left wing Hashberg. Makes a move to the net. Good back check there by the Caps. B-Mac going to control it. Backhands it towards Rich. Rich got it poke checked away. Here in front of him. He's in a foot race. Going to hit the brakes in front of the penalty boxes. Makes a move around the forechecker. Ryland going to carry it wide right now in front of the Phantom benches. Goes down top of the right circle. Rich comes in towards the net. Curling for the wraparound. Pulling him out here to the near side. Left wing hash marks. Rich out to the point for Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer over to B-Mac. B-Mac walks in and fires a shot. That's going to be a Brady McMurray Phantoms goal! Let's check the replay, folks. That went from Ryland Rich to Rothmeyer over to McMurray, who walked it in and buried it 91 from 17 and 13 with 39.6 seconds to go here in period number 2. And the Phantoms have themselves a 3-1 lead. Your lineup out there now is going to be B-Mac along with Sire and DeNormandy. It'll be Monaco and Cushman on D. Puck's going to go in the left wing corner for Monaco. Monaco going to pin him in behind the net of Bersani, doing his best to muscle him down. He's got 2 on him. Here comes Gavin. Monaco comes with the 50-50 battle, and he's pushing it up the ice. Monaco's got B-Mac trying to headman it to him. He does, just out of the reaching hands of McMurray down in the right wing corner. B-Mac couldn't get to it. Picked up by Gavin Sire. Left to right on the far side. It's going to be backing up. It's going to be trying to split the ice. Swatted away by DeNormandy. DeNormandy makes a move. Picked up here by B-Mac at center. 4 seconds to go. In front of Cushman, firing a one-timer wide right it goes, and that sound is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it's the Chicago Phantoms 3 and the Madison Capitals 1 as we head to the second intermission. This second intermission brought to you by Mama Maria's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria in Bensonville, Illinois. Mama Maria is voted the #1 Italian restaurant in Bensonville by me and Rocky. Enjoy the intermission, folks, and the second half of our third installment of our player spotlight, Jackson Rothmeyer. Welcome back, folks, for the thousands in attendance. No, I'm sorry, that's the second period. We're in the third. It's the final frame here at Bob Suter's Capitol Ice Arena. Your starting lineup for the third period is going to be Boyd along with Pasturzi and Clark up front. Blue liners are going to be Monaco and Cushman. Monaco in the left wing corner. Max Bersani in between the pipes. And the Phantoms are working from left to right if you're listening on the radio. Clark to Boyd. Boyd chips one forward. Pasturzi on the spinning dime puck. Right wing circle. Cuts back looking for the shot. Broken up by the Capitals here to the near side. Trying to break it out. Cushman going to have to get on his horse here towards Bersani. Cush coming in. Holds on to it. Nice play. Saved by Bersani. Another save by Bersani. Picked up by Cushman. Back behind the net, coming down is going to be Boyd. Here to the near side, Brielle going to pick it up. Boyd, left wing hash marks to Clark. Clark trying to push one on his own, kept in by the Capitals. Far side towards Monaco, firing a shot, saved by Bersani. Picked up by the Rock. Rock trying to power through it, no go. Need a centerman in front, or need a defenseman in front of the net. Back in front of the blue paint, far side for Pasturzi. Pasturzi across the blue line, trying to get it out. Picked up here, punched forward by Pasturzi, picked back up by the Capitals. Coming in is Ryan, puck is loose for Boyd. Boyd to Clark. Clark, 1-on-2. Poke check by the Caps. Clark going to pick it back up at the blue line, dancing around. This puck is sleeved free here in neutral zone. Gavin Sire on the forecheck. We got a bunch of tired hockey players, it looks like, folks. Both teams are a mess. In between the legs of Cushman. He doesn't see it. Left wing dot. He finally recovers. Here to the near side. Clark and McMurray run into each other. Sire on the high point. Picked up by Cushman, left wing corner. Back up here to the strong side. Clark trying to knuckle one on his own. Kept in by the Capitals. Puck is loose for Cush. Cush to Clark. Back at the blue line, kept in by the Capitals. Looks to fire a shot. Saved by Bersani. Rebound here to the near side. Picked up by Ronan Clark. Back in the hands of the Capitals. Looks to fire another one. Saved by Bersani. Picked up by Cushman behind the net. Cushman trying to wrap one around here to the near side. 12:08 to go. Clark going to trip him up. Picked up by Sire. No call on the tripping. In the left wing corner, Gavin going to work here. Cap's going to send it out to the left point. Out towards Cushman. Fires another shot. Tipped in front by the Caps. Rebound out front. Saved by Bersani to Cushman. Cushman going to push it up the ice. Cushman, a little bit of speed. He's got BMAC. He's going to run through it. Cushman goes in right down. Fans on the shot. Back down low. Cushman couldn't get a handle on it. Out here to the near side. Rylan Rich covering D along with BMAC dropping it, or BMAC drops it to Rich. Normandy covering D. Firing a shot is Rich. Saved by the goaltender on the glove. Flashing the leather at 11:35 to go here in the third. This has been some sloppy hockey, folks. Phantoms need to get back to basics in the defensive zone. Stop chasing so much. De Normandy, top of the right circle along the boards. BMAC in the slot. Gavin on your face-off. A little R&R on D. Poke check by Rich. Can be picked up by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer right in front of us. Strap the strong side. Popped it loose in center. Gavin on the back check. Pock by Rich. Once again, Rothmeyer sends it out of the zone for McMurray. McMurray in a 1-on-3. BMAC going to push it inside the zone. Top of the left circle, trying to pick it. Hey, she threw it! Goal! That's going to be a Gavin Sire goal, I believe. Or no, it's Brady McMurray. McMurray going to get the credit for the goal as he was the last Phantom to touch it. And at 11:14 to go, BMAC gets the unassisted goal at 11:14 in period number 3. And it's 4-1, folks. Your lineup out there now is going to be Yadic, Gospodaro, and Proden. Blue liners are McRae and Zaire. Proden, along with Gospodaro, bailing it out with 4 Capitals right in front of the centering faceoff dot. Poke check by McRae, heads towards Bersani. Shot and a save by Max. Picked up by Gospodaro over to Yadic. Yadic pushing it up the ice. Makes a move around the defender into the right wing corner. Yadic coming in, trying to fish it out. He does, down behind the goal line. Proden setting in front of the shot for the blue paint. Gospodaro fading into the high slot. Proden on the far side, cut off in a 2-1-2 forecheck. Yadic trying to push it back to Gospodaro, who's open in the middle of the slot. Backing up is Zaire and McRae now. 2-on-2, back checking is Proden. Firing it past McRae. Left wing hash marks, look to go forehand, back in. Save by Bersani! Another save by Bersani! Picked up by Gospodaro, but another save by Bersani! At 10:27 to go, Max Bersani flashing the leather here at Capital Ice Arena. Max shaking his hand. That one looked like it hurt his hand a little bit. Face-off goes to the left wing circle in the offensive zone for the Capitals. Gospodaro on your draw. Cushman on the half wall. Yannick, then Monaco. And Gospodaro getting tossed as Monaco is being told he was the encroaching, offending player. It'll be Prodin along with Gaspadaro and Yannick in the slot. Face off one here to the Capitals. Out of the zone it goes. Cut back, picked up by Prodin. Prodin's got Yannick, trying to send it to him. He does, but just off the stick of Julian into the right wing corner now. Yannick coming down low along with Prodin now. Backing up is going to be the Monaco and Cushman. Cross ice in front of the Rock. Rock going to take him off top of the right circle. Comes down, fires a shot right into the glove of Bersani. No rebound given as he takes him into the steep angle. 10:05 to go here in the period. And an offensive zone face-off for the Caps. It'll be Prodin and Cushman along with Yannick in the slot. Gaspadaro on your draw. Monaco on the half wall. Face-off one in the right wing corner. Monaco coming to get it. Sends it over to Prodin. Prodin trying to dig it out of the boards. Picked by Monaco. Monaco trying to slam one towards Gaspadaro. Punch forward by Prodin. Kept in by the Caps. And they wrap it back behind the net for Cush. Cush behind the net. Goes to Monaco. Monaco back to Cushman. Here to the near side. Cush with time and space. Left wing corner. Cush take a look. Up towards Yannick. Right in front of 4 red jerseys. Back out here to the slot. Over poke check by Monaco. Back to the Caps. Blocked by the Rock. Picked back up into the blue paint. Sliding out to the high slot. Gasparro couldn't get it. Back here in front. Poke check by Cushman. Knocked loose by Monaco. Poke check by Prodin in the right wing corner by the Zamdors. Monaco comes in, puts a hip on it. Right wing corner. Monaco battles it out with 2. Along the boards for Prodin. Prodin to Gaspadaro. The Caps were more worried about playing the body as opposed to playing the puck. And we're going to get a penalty as Cushman's going to go to the sin bin here once he took down one of the boys from the Capitol who was slow to get up. Cushman with his second penalty of the contest. .45 goes to the sin bin, cross-checking for Cush. And the Phantoms are going to be shorthanded. This penalty kill brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts Coffee. America runs on Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Coffee, the official coffee of the Chicago Phantoms. Parents, your penalty killers out there now are going to be Clark and Normandy. A little R&R on D. Out to the point. Cross ice, top of the right circle. Normandy recovers. Right point. Normandy chasing. Back down low. Bottom of the right circle towards Rothmeyer. Hitting the brakes. Out to the high slot towards Clark. Back to Normandy. Over to the far side. Rothmeyer coming on now. Backing up and creating the box is going to be Normandy and Clark. Back over here to the near side for Rich. Back out high point. Let him play catch with it out top. Left circle. Comes down left. Henry fires a shot. Saved by Bersani. Nobody in front of the net for the Capitals to get the rebound. So as far as that goes, let him play with it on the perimeter. They've got nobody in front of the net right now, so you can let them take shots from the blue line all day long as there's no rebound looking given. Over here to the near side, trying to get him misshapen. Poke check by Rich. Out here, Clark coming out now. Rich backing up. Back goes cross ice. Out of the zone it goes, and the Caps are going to have to regroup. Clark backing up along with DeNormany. Going to carry it in far right side of the Capitals towards Rothmeyer DeNormany. Poke check by DeNormany. High right side towards Clark. Top of the left circle. Looks to fire a shot off the stick of Clark. Rich back in the right wing corner. And they're going to reset things up. High right point. Going to play catch right wing hash marks now. Going back down below the goal line. Top of the right circle comes down. Firing a shot. Saved by Bersani. No rebound given as Rothmeyer took the boy down in front of the net. Or that, nope, I'm sorry, that was DeNormany and Rothmeyer. Took him down to make sure there was no rebound chances, but Max was able to smother it first. 12 seconds to go on Cush's penalty. On this Dunkin' Donuts PK. It'll be Monaco along with Zaire on D. Blue up front will be Sire and BMAC. Gavin on your draw. 8 minutes to go here in the period. Looks to fire a quick save by Bersani. Swatted away by Monaco to Zaire. Zaire in the left wing corner. Back in the right side. Gavin coming down to get it 4 seconds ago. Gavin tried to muscle one out of the zone. Back in the right corner, and we are even strength. Trying to fire one up front. Puck is still loose. Chopped loose by Monaco. Trying to push it out and can't get it out of the zone. Back behind the net, here to the near side. Zaire going to body it loose. Coming in is Sire. Cut back here to the near side, blocked by Zaire. Puck is loose in front of the blue paint. Trying to stuff it in. We're going to get a whistle. Monaco pushing the boy out of the way from in front of Max to make sure that they don't get a second look opportunity as Bersani covers it up. 7:30 to go here in the period. Max ended up on his back there. Zaire goes for the line change. Cushman makes his way onto the ice. It'll be Sire taking your draw. Monaco along with Lucadello and BMAC in the slot. Cushman was in the I formation. Blocked by Monaco. Saved by Bersani on that rebound. Far side, Gavin going to work in the right wing corner. Blocked by Gavin, poke check by Monaco. Coming in is going to be Gavin. He puts a body on it. Monaco gets shoved off the puck. Monaco harassing out to the point for Lucadello. Lucadello to McMurray, trying to pick his pocket. Offsides will be the call at 7:08 as the young man from the Capitals trying to race back to the blue line. Unable to touch back up in time, and we'll get a face-off just outside the zone. It'll be Lucadello along with Sire and BMAC up front, Monaco and Cush on D. Face-off won by the Capitals, going to come in against Monaco. High slot firing a shot. Glove saved by Bersani. No rebound given as he scoops it up like a first baseman. Going into the right wing circle now to the left of Bersani. Monaco makes his way to the half wall. BMAC, Cush, and Lucadello in the slot. Sire on your draw. Push forward by BMAC. BMAC lost his stick there. And it's Gavin in the right wing corner now, giving chase. He's going to push onto it. Coming out is going to be BMAC. He got another stick. Backing up is Monaco to the slot. Cushman coming down low. Chipped over here to the near side. Cush in a foot race. Picked back up by the Caps. Sire controlling. Out to the point. Cut back towards Cushman. Left wing face-off dot, trying to make a move around him, fired a shot over to the far side, rebound to the right wing corner. Poke check by Monaco, sent back behind the net for the Caps. Going back across, broken up by Cushman. Out here to the near side, Lucadello can't get to it. He's got a handle on it. Pop free trying to drag it forward is McMurray. McMurray at center, going to corral it and push it across the blue line. The right wing corner's got to hit the brakes. Get his pocket picked here by the Capitals. Here they're coming in front of Cushman and Monaco. 2-on-2, Boyd back checking. Saved by Bersani out to the far side. Monaco comes in, tries to hammer it out. He avoids the hit, blocked up by BMAC. Top of the right circle, firing a shot. Saved by Bersani. Rebound on front, another save by Bersani. Picked back up by the Caps. Here to the near side, Monaco comes in, bodies it loose. Picked up by Boyd. Boyd over to Cushman on the far side now. Caps still controlling. Harassed by Cushman. He's going to knock it loose for Boyd. Monaco takes down one of the Caps players in front of the net. On the far side, BMAC going to get to it. Trying to push it out of his own, McMurray. And they're going to send both Monaco and the player from it. Monaco having some words for the Caps player. And they're still chirping each other. Monaco and number 3 both going to the sin bin. I'm sure Rocco's got some good words for that one, and he probably doesn't like it. So roughing will be the call, offsetting penalties here in period number 3 at 5:46. They're still chirping at each other. Rocco goes to the box there for a rough at 5:46. And number 3 going to the sin bin as well. It's offsetting penalties at 5:46. They're still talking to each other. It's going to be Rothmeyer along with Proden on the far side. Boyd into Normandy. Behind Rothmeyer, going towards the bottom of the net. Fires a shot off the crossbar. Back in front of Bersani, who's going to smother it. We're going to get a whistle at 5:33 to go here in the period. Monaco and his counterparts still chirping each other in the box. They're both in there for $1.50 and a whistle. Down in the corner is going to be Rothmeyer and Boyd now, cycling it back. Rothmeyer lost his stick down by the Zamdors. Rothmeyer gets dragged down. Proden coming in. Rothmeyer getting back up towards Boyd. Centering pass broken up there by Bersani as he stuck his stick out there, and we'll get a whistle. And at 5:19, we're going to get a whistle and another offensive zone faceoff for the Capitals. And the Phantoms go for the line change. Out there now will be Pasturzi and Yannick in the slot with Rich. Gospodaro is taking your draw. Firing one off the draw is going to be the Capitals, and a save by Bersani. No rebound given. Pasturzi, then Rich and Yannick in the slot. Rothmeyer on the half wall. Gospodaro on your draw, wins it back to Jackson. Jackson in the right wing corner. Met by 2, push forward to Pasturzi, touches it out to Gospodaro, who flips it up in the air, kicks it out of the zone. Gospodaro trying to drag one forward. 3 Capitals on that strong side, actually 4. They do a nice job of trapping on the puck. They get on it quick, and it's going to be the Capitals trying to push it forward. Now it's going to be picked up here by Gospodaro, back inside the Cap zone at 4:59. This is the most the Phantoms have seen of the offensive zone here this period, I feel like. It's coming back to Caps the other way past Pasturzi. Caps breaking it right back the other way. Here to the near side, coming in towards Rylan Rich. Rich going to poke check it at the boards. Coming back is Nyadic now. Nyadic trying to push it in, kept in by the Capitals. Left wing hash marks, firing a shot. Stick saved by Bersani on the far side. 4:38 to go. Another shot and a save by Bersani. Picked up by the Capitals. Cut off by Rylan Rich. Nyadic can't get to it. Pinching in is going to be the Caps defender, but if he lost it off his stick, it's going to be Nyadic trying to hit Pisturzi. Pisturzi pushed it in the zone. Rylan Rich makes his way through. Fires a shot. That's going to be a Rylan Rich goal! Let's check the replay, folks. Pisturzi pushed it up there. Going to be picked up by Rylan Rich. And it'll be Rylan Rich on the goal. Assisted by Pisturzi and Nyadic at 4:21 to go here in period number 3. As they make their way back out to center ice. Your lineup stays the same for the forwards. It'll be Nyadic, Gospodaro, and Pisturzi. Blue liners are going to be Zaire and McRae. Zaire cuts back, poke check by the Caps on the far side. Picked up by the Capitals, going to go back down behind the goal line. Zaire going to put a body hit, knocked loose by McRae. Puck is loose in front of Bersani, back in the right wing corner. Met by Zaire, come down as Gasparro, makes a move, bottom right circle, poke check by Max 2, poke check by Max 3, and Max 1 is going to cover it. So 4 minutes to go out there. It's maximum effort by the Phantoms, and Monaco and his counterpart, number 13, make their way out of the penalty boxes. And it'll be Cushman in the rock on D right now. Clark in the slot with Cush. Sire taking your draw. Monaco in the I formation. BMAC is your other forward. Monaco behind right wing corner. Sends over to Cush. Cush here to the near side. Hits Clark. It's going to slide out of the zone. Gavin Sire in a foot race with the defender of Capitals. Pulling it back. It should be a center actually. Backing up is BMAC. Now towards Clark. One-on-one towards Monaco. Monaco going to knock it loose here. Picked up by Cushman. Out here in front of the blue paint. Swatted away by Gavin Sire. Sire trying to push one forward. 3 Caps right on that strong side. Cush lost his stick. Head one to the net. Blocked by Monaco in front of the net. Back here to the near side, firing a shot. We're going to get a penalty on the hooking is going to be Cushman. At 3:31. 3:31. Yes, he can't take another one. If Cush gets another one, that's his 4th penalty of the game, and he'd be gone and suspended for the next one, folks. So we are getting a timeout by the Capitals, I believe, says Cushman heads to the sin bin for hooking at 3:31.
No more or you're done.
Gonna take a break here on the mic, folks.
Get suspended.
It's going to be a Timmy Hortons penalty kill, folks. This penalty kill brought to you by Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons. There's always time for Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the official Canadian coffee of the Chicago Phantoms. Parents, your penalty killers out there now are going to be Pronin and Double D up front. Monaco and Zaire are your blue liners. Monaco on the half wall. Zaire in the slot with Pronin. Double D on your draw. Tied up is going to be Norman. Looking to fire one quick is going to be the Cap. Shot blocked by Pronin. Poke check by Monaco into the right wing corner. Monaco going to force him and pin him in by the Zamdors. Releasing now. Back behind the net. Punching back in the left wing corner is going to be the Caps. Kind of control it out left point. Towards Normandy. Firing a shot. Blocked by Monaco. Into the right wing corner it goes. Bersani resetting. Caps going to work. Right corner out to the point. Towards Pronin. Looks to fire a shot. Blocked by the Caps. Fires one in over Bersani, and it goes in at 2:56 to go here in the period. A power play goal by the Caps. Number 29 got the goal, I believe, at 2:56. They make their way back out to center ice. Here comes the Caps the other way. Your lineup out there now is going to be Lucadello, Boyd, and Clark. Little R&R on D. Rothmeyer in right wing corner. Coming down low toward the right point. Bounces out. Got a piece of his Lucadello glove saved by Bersani. And Ronan Clark coming down, having some words for number 21. I think he's telling him, if you try that again, I might light you up, knowing Ronan. 2:39 to go here in the period. Oh, we need a scoreboard, folks. As we came out of that timeout, a lot of sorts on this game today. Blocked by Clark into the left wing corner. It goes for Rylan Rich. Sent one back behind the goal line. Clark coming down low. He's got a guy pinned in, looking for the near side. Going to the right wing corner, met by Boyd and Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer's got him pinned in. He bops it loose in the right wing corner by the Zamdors. Out to the right point, kept in, blocked by Boyd. Boyd muscles one out of the zone, and the Caps going to have to regroup at 2:15 to go here in the period. Up here to the near side towards Clark in front of Rylan Rich, harassing. Clark got a piece of it. Back and right left wing hash marks. Capitals go in front, saved in front of the net, firing a shot, saved by Bersani. Another save by Bersani. Back up front, shot wide right into the right wing corner. Another back in front of net. Bersani, does he have a stick? He does. Down in the corner, 1:52 to go. Boyd popped it loose. Picked up here on the far side by Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer sends one down. It'll be an icing if it gets there. And we're going to bring that one all the way back. 1:43 to go here in the period. Your lineup out there now is going to be Nyadic, Gaspararo, and Pasturzi. Blue liners are going to be Monaco and Zaire. Gaspararo on your draw. Pasturzi, Monaco, and Nyadic in the slot. Gaspararo try to get it. Pasturzi. Chip back. Picked off by Pasturzi. Pasturzi to Nyadic. Nyadic, right hash mark, comes in. Fires a shot. Saved by the goaltender. Rebound not given. And Nyadic gets dumped over there behind the net after the whistle at 1:32. As Pasturzi tried to hold up there and not fall on the goaltender. I'm glad the Capitals did not try to blast Pasturzi on top of the goaltender, but the Caps take a penalty here. Must have been the hit on Nyadic. Number 3 going to the sin bin now for cross-checking. With 1:32 here in the period, resulting in a Phantoms power play. This power play brought to you by Jay's Beef in Harwood Heights on Montrose and Narragansett. Jay's Beef. You've tried the rest, now try the best. Stop in and see Jay, Johnny, Frankie, the Fortuna brothers. Tell them I said hi, folks. In front of Zaire, going to backhand one into the left wing corner for Monaco. Monaco going to come inside of it, stick check down behind the goal line, collected by Zaire. Zaire going to hit the brakes behind the net. Here comes Monaco. Pushed out by the Rock on the far side. Monaco comes in, makes a move, sends one forward to Pasturzi. It's Pasturzi, Nyadic, and Gaspararo. Nyadic, top left circle, over to Pasturzi, down behind the net minor of the Capitals. Picked up by Ryan. He drags over here to the near side. Going to send it over to Zaire. Zaire, right point, comes in high slot, fires one back over to Pasturzi. Pasturzi sends one to the net. No rebound given by the net minor of Madison with 51.3 seconds to go here in the game. Face-off goes to the right wing circle. It's DeNormandy. Sire and BMAC up front. A little R&R on D. Gavin on your draw. Fished out by McMurray. McMurray to Rich. Rich, left point. Fires one low. Blocked by the Caps. Coming in as DeNormandy, trying to slam one home. Gorbatenko flip, but it's knocked down by Rothmeyer. Back into the right wing corner. Going to work and down low is going to be Gavin. Gavin along with BMAC on the defensive side of it. Puck is loose for the Caps. Here they're coming the other way. And a 4-on-2 in front of Rothmeyer and Rich. Right wing side towards Rich, coming down low. Puck protection, spin back, left hash marks, fires a shot over the crossbar here to the near side. We are even strength for it. Actually, no, we're still on a power play, folks. 2 seconds is when the young man from the Capitals will get out of the box, firing a shot over the crossbar to the far side with 11 seconds for Rylan Rich. Rich up to Gavin, trying to hit DeNormandy. DeNormandy going to come trucking in. That'll be an icing when it gets there, and we're going to bring that one all the way back. 4 seconds to go here in the period. 2 seconds remaining on that Jay's Beef power play. Face-off goes to the left of Bersani in the right wing circle. It'll be BMAC along with Ronan Clark on your draw. Dom DeNormandy in the slot with Ryland Rich. Rothmeyer down in the right wing corner. Face off won by Clark. Chip to Rothmeyer. Rothmeyer going to carry it down low, and that sound will be the end of the game. Your final score here from Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena is the Chicago Phantoms 5 and the Madison Capitals 2, as we head over to our favorite part of the broadcast, Rockies Recap. For the home team Madison Capitals, penalties on number 12, interference in the second period at 12:53, number 13 roughing in the third period at 5:46, and number 3 a cross-check with 1:32 to go in period number 3. Goals scored by number 9 at 9:15 in the first period, and number 29 on the power play at 2:56 remaining in period number 3. For the visiting and victorious Chicago Phantoms, 4 penalties all off the same defensive pairing. What does that tell you, folks? Those two need to go to some anger management classes. Blake Cushman, a triple threat there in the penalty box. A Hattie for Blake, hooking in the second period, cross-checking in the third, and another hook in the third for Blake. And the Rock with the offsetting penalty on the rough in period number 3 as well. Goals scored by Julian Yannick, assisted by Max Gospodaro with 47.8 seconds to go in period number 1. Max Gospodaro assisted by Julian Yannick at 14.5 seconds to go in period number 1. BMAC gets on the scoreboard, assisted by Rothmeyer and Rich at 39.6 at the end of period number 2. And then BMAC gets the credit for the unassisted goal as the defender from Madison threw it into the net at 11:14 in the third period. And rounding out the scoring affair, Ryland Rich, assisted by Ryan Pasterzi and Julian Yannick at 4:21 in the third period. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for watching. Glad to see the boys escape this weekend with a victory on this Sunday afternoon. Safe travels to everyone back home to Chicago. We hope you enjoyed the broadcasts. Once again, your final score here from Bob Suter's Capital Ice Arena in Middleton, Wisconsin. The Chicago Phantoms 5 and the Madison Capitals 2. And as we sign off for the evening, good night, Minnesota Lakers grandma, wherever you are.